Javelin is a man-portable, shoulder-fired anti-tank weapon. It has been used in combat operations to great advantage. It is a fire-and-forget weapon system, so it offers the operator or the gunner an enhanced level of survivability over some other systems of its class. The beauty of Javelin is once the missile has been fired, the gunner is free to take whatever tactical action he wishes to take. He can seek concealment, cover. He can load another missile to engage another target. So he has a number of options available to him because of the fire and forget nature of the weapon. The Javelin system can be made ready to engage a target and complete an engagement on a target in a matter of about 30 seconds. From the time that he identifies the target as a target and he gets the system ready and actually concludes the engagement is, like I said, on the order of 30 to 40 seconds, again, depending upon the time it takes for the missile to fly out. But again, because of the beauty of fire and forget, once the missile has left, he can begin to load another missile to take on another engagement. He doesn't have to wait for the missile to get all the way to the target before he can now mount another weapon and engage a target. A gunner can be trained in the operation of Javelin in a very short period of time. We typically offer a course that is 1 week long, 40 hours of training, increased levels of difficulty, a number of different scenarios that include stationary targets, moving targets, hovering helicopters, targets of that nature, and then also how to deal with any malfunction. So a very easy system to train and use. In fact, that's probably, in my vision, the biggest plus of the Javelin and why we think that it would be a good weapon for the Territorial Defense Force. Another thing about Javelin is it is certified for being paradropped, if you will, with a paratrooper. So he can jump with the launcher device, which we call the command launch unit. He can also jump with the all-up round and do this successfully, whereas other systems are too big, too bulky, too heavy to launch with the paratrooper themselves. I think there are three main reasons. The first one, I think, is the survivability that it provides to the gunner. The fact that with minimal training, gunners can be fully certified in the use of the weapon, and once they're trained, it's easy to maintain proficiency. So for a territorial defense force, a militia type operation where they aren't professional soldiers and engaged in training on a day-to-day basis, and I think the easier it is to use the weapon and the effectiveness is a big plus. The other thing is the lethality. Javelin is capable of defeating all known armor, and because of that, we think that it would be a deterrent, if you will. For instance, if I think it was in service here in Poland, I think some of your enemies might think twice about some aggressive acts. All gunners can be trained and certified with Javelin by the simple use of an indoor simulator. So 40 hours of training on an indoor simulator, no need to go out and actually expend live ammunition in order to certify that the gunner is proficient with the weapon. And they can, come in and get on the basic skills trainer and keep that proficiency sharp, in their spare time, literally. It's kind of like playing a video game in their living room. Javelin is in use by the United States Army and the United States Marine Corps and is the main brigade combat team weapon for both of those services and is expected to remain in service until the year 2050. It is also in use by 15 other countries, including several right here in the Baltic region and in Central Europe. I'd rather not exactly say who has the Javelin, but suffice it to say that there are a few users right here in the region.